Recently, I made a shorts video where I made this statement. If you're buying activator or accelerator for your CA glue, there's something you need to know about it. It's a scam. In this video, we're gonna find out if water alone can do what activator does. I think you'll be surprised. Wow, I had no idea I was stepping into a hornet's nest when I made that video. But I could understand if I were using a product for a long time and some YouTuber came along with his YouTube channel and criticized it. I understand. That wasn't what I was going after when I made that video. I have been called somebody who peddles misinformation for whom I do not know. I've been called a liar, a fool, inexperienced, a shill for the plastic spray bottles that I recommended that are on Amazon. First of all, a little bit about me. I'm cheap and I'm a skeptic. We grew up using superglue without activator. It was always meant to be a quick bond. As a kid, I remember the guy that had superglued himself to the beam on the building that was hanging with his hands on his hat.
Crazy glue, strong enough to hold this man suspended in midair.
Yeah, that commercial. So when a company came out with a product that's supposed to make fast drying glue dry even faster, I was a little skeptical. But I also wanted to know why, so I opened up a browser and I searched the internet to find out what makes superglue hard. I found out that it's hydroxyl ions, which are found in water. But I use that to take my superglue and use it as a clamp while I wait for my wood glue to dry, which was why I made the shorts video. I have been approached by a CA glue company that rhymes with Scarbond, so if there's any question to where I stand monetarily, understand that I turned that company down. Personally, I do not like superglue. It is a terrible bond. It expires quickly, even if you leave it in the refrigerator. I hate getting it on my hands, it's expensive, it's caustic. It's difficult for finishing things as it dries really clear and you don't know that it's there. Wood glue should always be used when working with wood. Again, this is all my opinion. But the one time where I think that superglue shines is for a temporary bond, especially when clamping is difficult. But let's answer the burning question. Does water cause superglue to dry faster? From Wikipedia. The cyanoacrylate group in the monomer rapidly polymerizes in the presence of water to form long, strong chains. That's a really quick definition, but in the description down below, I'll have a link to that as well as to some other links to other resources so you can do your own research. From this very definition, you can see that it rapidly hardens because of water. Are there other ingredients in activator? I'm sure that there are. But from the research that I've done, water alone is what's necessary to form long, strong chains. If you've ever watched Forensic Files, you know that they vaporize CA glue as well as water vapor to grab prints off of things. I'll have that in the description down below as well. So let me stop talking now and let's get on to the testing to see what we find out. The first thing we need to establish is what we're actually trying to achieve. Are we looking for the CA glue to set or to cure? This is where a lot of people get confused. So we're going to try 3 different experiments to see if water causes CA glue to set, as well as if it can cause it to cure. The first experiment will be to see if water can cause superglue to set, which was again the reason why I made my shorts video. If it can set it, using CA with wood glue is a powerful combination that I think could really make hard things to clamp a great hack. This would mean that we could clamp a board onto another board by just pressing down and giving it 20 seconds. I'm going to be using the cheapest superglue that I could find, which this is Harbor Freight's. It's very inexpensive. I'm going to go ahead and take some water and I'm going to add it to a bottle. And I've got 4 boards here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a few drops on each one. On one of the boards, I'm going to add some water. The other one will just be the superglue and the wood. I'll put them back to back and we'll see if either of them fall down to the table. Okay, I've got my superglue and I'll just add a few drops, or I guess more of a squeeze since this stuff is gel and it doesn't have drops. Now this one I'll add water to, and this one I won't. So I'm going to press these for 20 seconds. The water one is here, and this is plain without the water. And that's about 20 seconds. So I'll put the 2 down, and you can see already that the one with just superglue fell. It fell again. We'll check to see if this one falls. We'll give it about a minute. Well, it's been about a minute, and as you can see, this test proves that the water caused the glue to set. Without the water, it was not able to hold itself together. So if I were to hold this a little bit longer, I'm sure that it would set. If I push on this now, you can see that it was not cured all the way. So does water cause this to set? Yes. Right now, from what I'm seeing, is it causing it to cure? No. But we'll keep testing. Okay, now with this next test, I'm going to again use the Harbor Freight super glue. And I've got water here as well as my activator. And I've got 2 blocks of wood. Each one has one of these hooks in the end of it. I've got a 5-pound dumbbell here that has these S hooks. I have one on the dumbbell, and I've got one on the wire that's attached to my cabinet above. I'll add my super glue, either one of these, and then we'll see if they can hold the weight. We're going to start off with water. So I'll go ahead and add my super glue to one side. On the other side, I'm going to spray the water. Oh, and I've also got a second camera here so that you can see the action. I'm going to put these together. I have a stopwatch for 20 seconds. Because hands can have different pressure, and I want to make sure I control the pressure, I'm going to use a spring clamp to clamp things. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll start it. All right, that's 20 seconds. I'm going to put one end on and attach the second end. And we'll see if water alone can cure the super glue. Nope. Not a chance. Doesn't work. So now let's do the same test. And we're going to use activator. Now, the reason I'm using the 20 seconds is because the activator on the back recommends that time. So I've got my super glue on here. I'll use the activator. We'll clamp it. Start the time, and we'll see if this works. All right, 20 seconds is up. Let's see if accelerator can cause this to be more in a cured state. And here we go. And it appears to me that the activator is causing it to cure. It's not separating. It looks like a nice solid bond from what I can see. So from this experiment, it proves that water cannot cure the super glue on contact. It can cause it to set, but not cure. Activator or accelerator does cause it to seem to harden enough to be able to hold 5 pounds. As far as whether or not it's curing it completely, I don't know, but that is pretty impressive. Now I thought I'd do this experiment again using Loctite, which is a professional liquid, rather than the generic glue here. I'm going to put these 2 pieces together. Clamp on, and that's 20 seconds. Go ahead and connect these and see what happens. Without water, without activator, this stuff does it. This is really impressive. The next test that I wanted to do was for more of a practical reason. I would rather use super glue more as a clamp than as a bonding agent. You can see that these are kind of concave. I'm going to put glue in one and glue and super glue in the other one. These are all concave up here like this, and not really a whole lot, just a little bit. On the one that I'm going to super glue, I'm just going to put a little track down the middle. One thing I found with super glue is if there's any bit of gap, it will not bond. Okay, both are compressed. My super glue's here. I think it's been 20 seconds, so we'll take it off and see what happens. Okay, it's still pretty much closed up. We'll check out the other one. And as you can see, the super glue is still closed up, whereas the other one is opening up again. So again, this is the most practical method, I think, for super gluing. The problem with YouTube Shorts videos is how much information I need to get into 60 seconds. I will admit, using the word scam was an incomplete label. It does work and works really well. I just find it to be unnecessary, especially with how much it costs. If you're interested in using CA glue with your projects, why would you want to use a spray that becomes airborne that's toxic? It's just not something I want to breathe in. This Loctite brand does the same thing and pound for pound costs about as much as the CA glue brand that rhymes with Scarbond. You can find it locally, which means no shipping and waiting for it, and you're not spreading chemicals all over your projects when you use it. No, the company did not pay me to promote their product. I'm just really impressed with this. But this is kind of how I always expected superglue to work. And it works really well. I even found a deal on Amazon where a 2-pack of these are even cheaper than my local Lowe's. I'll have that link in the description down below. Before I go, here's another really quick trick that I found with Loctite that I thought was pretty cool. Add a little bit of superglue, slide this in here, and clamp it down. So it's kind of like steam bending. And that's about 20 seconds now. No water, no activator, no accelerator. Pretty cool, 20 seconds. Maybe 30. If you enjoy these before we make things, I have a playlist at the end of this video that you can click on to see more of this. I'd like to thank my buddy Mark S. in Northern Indiana who has encouraged me to make this video through his own experimentations. I want to thank my patrons for their support. YouTube does not pay well, and that's okay. I don't do this for the money. I do all of this to keep myself sane in a world that has gone insane. But if you'd like to help out with the website as well as supplies, consider becoming a patron today. You'll get early access as well as some other benefits. Thank you, Michelle B., Keith Current, William L. McNally, Jerry Adams, Tommy QR, Zach Finch, Rich Lightfoot, and Tutor the Barbarian. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and ring that bell. And I thank you so much for being a part of my shop. Please leave a comment below. Come find me on Instagram at Make Things with Rob. And remember to keep making things.